So Gary Andersen, brand new in Oregon State. I think it's one of those things where the Mike Riley era, I'm sure we weren't even – were we able to address the Mike Riley? Yeah, that was our last show.
Yeah, we were.
The dawn of the week of Mike Riley's departure, which wasn't a firing. We got some flack on Twitter for that, but because we didn't specify. But, yes, he wasn't fired. He chose to leave. But Gary Andersen, yeah, it came in as a surprise because I didn't think we'd be able to snag someone of that much prowess. But
I don't think anyone did, to be honest.
We were talking, like – high school quarterback.
Yeah, we were talking high school,
Eastern Washington,
D2,
like defensive coordinators, but
someone with good of a track record as he does, recruiting wise, and just performance wise, it's going to be really. It's going
to be one of those seasons to where I honestly didn't have when the Mike Riley era ended. I thought it's going to be a rebuilding year, but I honestly do have some expectations for
they
our
definitely
senior year here.
They definitely have raised.
You've seen how fast he jumped on the ball. He filled up his brand new staff within 2 weeks.
Yeah, I think it was a little under 2 weeks.
Immediately on the dawn of it, he had we just got a quarterback recruit, Seth.
I think his name's Collins.
Seth Collins, 3-star recruit who switched from San Jose State, just committed here last night. And I read an article that says he's potentially our starting quarterback, for sure. He's the leader.
Well, when you look at the quarterbacks we have now, Luke Del Rio. We have. I'm sorry, Luke Del Rio, if you're listening. But,
savage.
It has to be done. Luke Del Rio. We have McMarion, who was a red shirt this year.
Yeah.
Who, dual threat. He's kind of a Gary Andersen type guy.
Exactly.
We have Kyle Kempt, who I hope never plays ever.
All right.
Yeah, pretty much. But I think Seth Collins. I watched one of his highlight tapes, and I was really impressed.
Yeah, so did I. I mean, running quarterback. He's got a strong arm.
Yeah,
it's a changeup. I mean, it's going to be that type of offense that I think it's going to be a completely different offense. We're switching up. We're not going to be completely pro style anymore because we all know that's how Mike Riley ran his stuff. And another thing that I think to keep the lookout for is the running back production.
Yeah,
because we all saw Melvin Gordon, Heisman contender. He went to the ceremony. He was a Heisman finalist, but
yeah, I think it's exciting because
see what Gary can do with Storm.
If you look at the history of offensive linemen at Wisconsin, it is incredible.
Exactly.
Monte Ball, that was he had a Heisman type year. Melvin Gordon this year, Heisman type year. Storm Woods, Heisman type year. Who knows? Yep. I don't know. I mean, obviously,
you can't really make a Heisman pun with Storms.
Yeah, not really. But
Heisman in the woods.
Storm's coming. I've heard that quite a few times. But next year is a little bit unrealistic to have any huge expectations, just because Gary hasn't had his chance to come in and do his whole recruiting thing. For the most part, I mean, he's got a couple guys, but probably not a lot of people who are going to play right away.
No.
So,
and back on the quarterback debate, we did get our first live tweet in to the show from Grant Van Dyke saying #StartVanderveen.
I did forget to mention Vanderveen.
So I'm gonna go with no.
Yeah, if we're not gonna go with one of his recruits or the dual threat McMarion, I'd way rather have Vanderveen over Del Rio or Kempt. So
yeah. Speaking of live tweeting, we didn't get to do the formal introductions. If you're a past listener, which maybe you're not because of the new time, maybe you tried catching us at 12 and you're like, oh, what the, guys?
Yeah, well, I'm sorry about that if you did that.
Yeah, we're sorry. But if you're a new listener, sports fan, cruising around, if you're driving around Corvallis or just, soaking up the sun, listening to some radio, you can live tweet the show at the show Twitter at Second String KBVR. Or our personal Twitters at JMcGrady7.
Or at Grant Ocampo.
Or you can just hit us with the hashtag Second String Sports. Seriously, just anything we're talking about, you got an opinion, hop in the debate. Anything you want us to talk about, we're pretty much open to anything.
We'll find it.
All about live chatting. And if you are a past listener, you're probably wondering, where's that obnoxious Spurs fan?
Yeah.
Where's
LT
Logan
McGinnis?
Yeah. Logan, it is the first show of the term, but he is a co-host on Second String. He's been here with us for 2 years now, but he's out snowboarding in Bend for the day, but he'll be back next week. But if you want to tweet at LT McGinnis and say, why aren't you on the show? I mean,
where are you at,
we're disappointed. Where are you at? You can do that. Or hashtag, where is Logan?
Yeah, we could start just a Twitter trend.
Twitter trend. Hashtag, where is Logan?
Make them feel horrible.
Come on. The second string people need you. And before we get into the rest of the topics of the show, we've got a special introduction. Portland's very own Kyle Rinker.
Hey, how's it going?
It's our guest on the show. I guess you could say first guest of 2015. So you have that honor. How's that feel?
On the first show.
Feels great.
It feels great. If you could put it in one sentence for your radio debut, how would you describe it?
Smooth.
I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Wow, Jake is savage today.
Very savage.
No points.
Kyle's Portland, my friend from Portland, and he's big on NBA, so we'll have him to just join the chat. He's Logan's backup.
Yeah, there you go.
We could put it.
I'm sitting in Logan's seat today.
You're Logan's second string quarterback.
Haha, yes.
All right, so if you want to tweet Kyle, why don't you shout out your Twitter if they want to ask you some questions too?
Kyle_Rinker116. Feel free to send them my way.
I like it.
Got another hashtag, a live tweet in the show that says hashtag smooth. So you're already striking a chord with the fans.
Yeah, you got that catchphrase already.
Yes.
If we want to get into catchphrase, quick RIP to Stu Scott.
Yeah,
hashtag,
for sure.
You just made me that reminded me booyah, but you can't take booyah. You can have smooth, but seriously, all sports fans know Stuart Scott, so that happened.
Yeah, horrible news.
Got to be as cool as the other side of the pillow.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. RIP Stuart Scott. If we want to get back into the show, we already any last thoughts on the Gary Andersen? Looking forward to it. I'm pretty sure his live press conference was today or tomorrow.
Yeah, it's later today.
Later today. So check that if you're a student. I'm pretty sure
6 o'clock. I think there's a meet and greet.
Yeah, meet and greet outside of Gill.
So that should be cool.
Want to meet Big GA?
Yeah, I'm excited.
Give him a hug.
This next year, like we said, can't have the biggest expectations, but the future's looking bright. So
it is brighter than the sun.
Yeah, need some shades. Sounds like a rap song.
Brighter than the sun, gonna need the shade.
Okay. Yeah, it's that time of the show for Jake.
It's rap alert. We'll get into that later in the season.
Yeah, usually rap alert comes a little later in the show, but I guess we're just bringing it out early today.
Yep. So if we want to close up the Gary conversation and get into our last Oregon State topic of the day that we want to talk about, had a little taste of it last night. Oregon State basketball.
Yeah, impressive.
Shouts out Wayne Tinkle, Pac-12.
First home Pac-12 opener. Win.
Saw how it went. Win.
It was like a half soundboard, half.
That was weird.
Yeah, that was a little. It was nice. It was creative. Yeah. Creative, to say the least.
It was a creative soundboard decision on my part. I will award that to myself.
I award you no points.
May God have mercy on Kyle's soul.
Nope.
All right, so back to basketball. The official Pac-12 home opener did not disappoint.
Yeah, they're playing hard.
Exactly.
And it's been fun to watch. We didn't really have any expectations coming in, to be honest.
We're 10-4 on the season. I mean, going into the season, we'd expect to be like 3-11. So
yeah, we had people. I heard tons of people saying, we'd be impressed if we got 5 wins total on the whole year. All right, we already have 10, and we're 2 games into Pac-12 with our first Pac-12 win. Over a good Arizona State team.
Yeah. And obviously they're nothing compared to their state compadre, but
yeah, that's something else to talk about.
It's a Pac-12 win. We lost to the Ducks on a Saturday, but it wasn't a crushing loss. The Ducks are a good basketball team.
It was a hard-fought win. I was watching. I watched, most of it, and we just got off to a slow start. Ended up down 10 or 12 early on in the game, and then forced, got it to within 2 at half. And then started slow the second half again and just couldn't catch up. Lost by, I think, 10 or 12. So, they played hard. Just got to get off to a little bit of a faster start.
Exactly.
But this team doesn't give up, which is something I love. Last night, it was pretty much a domination through the whole game. In almost every phase of the game, we were just out hustling them in every area. And it was fun to watch. So congrats to Wayne Tinkle on his first Pac-12 win.
Congrats. Yeah, more to come.
Yeah, Sunday, Arizona. That is going to be
please show up.
true test.
7 o'clock, Gil?
I think it's 6.
6?
6:30?
Do you know, Kyle?
Let's check on it.
Sunday game might be earlier.
I don't know. I feel like it was later.
I think it's 6, but I'm gonna check on that. That is a big game. Students come out and be loud, because they are 7th in the nation right now, and
7 p.m. Sunday.
7 p.m.
7. Okay, got you. Awesome.
Thanks, Mr. Smooth.
Yeah, thank you.
Just helping out.
Yeah, that's gonna be a big game. I don't know if anyone remembers last year's game at Gill versus Arizona, but I think we honestly, trying to be unbiased here, I think we got completely robbed with the refs in that game. There were some foul calls that were not going our way. I just remember being really, really salty at the end of that game. We're gonna use salty. Jake, you were there? You were at that game, weren't you?
Yeah,
and that was frustrating.
It was.
So we gotta revenge it here on Sunday. So 7 o'clock, Gil.
Be there or be square. Turn up, Gil.
Yeah, turn up, Gil.
But yeah, that's if you have any last thoughts on Oregon State season so far, 10-4, Pac-12 win last night. What do you think? I mean, there can't be very many differing opinions because Wayne Tinkle is boss. But
yeah, Wayne Tinkle's awesome.
If you do want to share what you think for the rest of the season or any predictions for Sunday's game against Zona, just again #Second String Sports or hit us up on Twitter or Facebook / I don't know. Second String Sports is what I don't know the Facebook link. I'm not.
Yeah.
Steve Jobs.
It's all right. You can find it.
Yeah.
People are smart.
You'll find it.
Our listeners are smart.
Our listeners, we love you, man. Like, if you listen to Second String Sports, you're probably like more intelligent than the people that watch sports. No, because we watch Sports Center a lot. You're just you're good. You're good.
Yeah, there you go.
Shout out to our listeners.
That backfired.
Okay.
So what about the job Bob DeCarolis is doing as
AD?
I mean,
exactly.
You know, we just talked about Gary Andersen. Wayne Tinkle's on a roll. You know, the women's basketball team is doing well. Pat Casey is a legend. I mean, I don't know what else to say. He's done a great job, but it's kind of interesting because what I heard over winter break was that he's not very well liked around the boosters, and
they be hating on Bob though.
You know, all the people who
Bob, what's up, man?
Supply. I mean,
poor Bob.
I could be wrong, but I've heard that from a couple people, so it'll be interesting to see what happens at the end of his deal. I mean, I think he's doing a great job. Never met him in my life. So
hey, Bob.
I don't know.
You want to clear your name? Come on Second String Sports.
Yeah.
We got an interview seat always open for you.
Yeah, we're interested.
Exactly. So we're going to take a quick PSA break, but when we come back, we're going to transition into our listeners' probably one of our favorite topics of the show, NBA discussion. Then we're going to round out the show with some NFL playoffs.
Natty.
The Natty. Oregon versus, I like to say Oregon State University, but it's Ohio State. But I'll just say OSU because...
Yeah, OSU. Go Beavs.
Go Beavs, right?
Yeah, go Beavs.
Seriously. So we're going to end out the show with some NBA, NFL playoffs, and, of course, the Natty on Monday. Once again, you're listening to Second String Sports on 88.7 FM. Stay tuned.
You might think indoor tanning is safe, yet UV light from indoor tanning can cause premature aging, including wrinkles, sagging, and age spots. Even worse, UV light increases your risk of skin cancer, including melanoma, the deadliest form of skin cancer. In fact, one person dies from melanoma about every hour. Don't be one of them. Indoor tanning is out. A message from the American Academy of Dermatology. For more information, visit aad.org.
And we're back. Kicking it in the stew. Winter term premiere. Second String Sports. Live tweet us. If you're listening, we just wrapped up the Wayne Tinkle / Gary Andersen discussion with the Oregon State Athletics. Got any final thoughts on those? Just slide into the DMs or just tweet us.
Yeah, tweet us. We love
Facebook messages, MySpace us. No, we don't have MySpace.
Nah, not in MySpace.
Okay,
2015, Jake.
Okay, Kyle. We're going to smoothly, as Kyle would like to put it, transition into some NBA discussion, which I know we can all talk about here. Let's get into the discussion. We're officially halfway through the season. It's at the point where you're able to predict, where teams stand. You can't just say, this season's starting chemistry-wise, It's at the halfway mark. All-Star games rounding up on us here, and there's been some trades, so let's get into it. Let's talk about the big things around the NBA recently.
Yeah. For starters,
Yeah.
we got to go our Oregon team, the Blazers.
Exactly. Let's kick it off.
Who are they're on a roll.
Sitting pretty, number 2 in the West. Nice little cleanup of the Miami Heat last night.
Yeah, I mean, they're hanging on health-wise.
Yeah.
But,
I mean,
Joel
considerably,
Freeland, strained shoulder, but that was lucky to not be longer. He's out 2 weeks. Rolo should be back in around 2 weeks. So we've seen quite a bit of Myers lately.
Exactly.
That 4-point play.
Yeah, what about that 4-point play a couple games ago?
Pause,
That sparked that.
raise eyebrows, wink at crowd, pretty blue eyes.
I mean, how awesome to have that on the Lakers too. I mean, to have been against the Lakers is what I was trying to say.
Myers was probably calling his parents after the game.
Yeah. But, they've been impressive. People have stepped up. Obviously, they're kind of clinging to, they're struggling health-wise a little bit.
They're hanging on by a string, but
That's what I was looking for.
yeah,
But,
by a second
The
string.
second
By a
string.
second.
I was
There
just
you
about to
go.
say
See that? Yeah. We're
Where
punny.
is my?
Yeah, I'll wait for it. Okay. All right. We're done waiting.
Man, I am not on my.
Yeah, Jake is not on
Hey, I've been
soundboard.
winter
He's
break.
rusty.
I am. Yes, I am rusty.
He's soundboard rusty.
I'm rusty on these boards.
But yeah, Blazers, second in the NBA record-wise, right behind the Warriors,
Yep.
who are still playing well. They're consistent, which is
It's
going
going
to
to be an interesting race.
It is because last year Blazers kind of struggled a lot more second half than they did first half.
It was a little bit of a downhill dip.
I mean,
Mostly due to that bench, and then
Yeah.
O'Shea came
Yeah.
in and fixed that up real quick with Blake and
yeah,
came in
definitely.
pickups.
Yeah, did anyone see that those picks would have such of an impact?
Yeah,
I didn't.
I know that we, before we went on break, we talked big about Chris Kaman.
Yeah.
And how great he was doing Air Sasquatch, and
Air Sasquatch, man, keep flying.
he's keeping it up. I mean, he's playing well.
And he's had I think he's had an incredible season.
Him and Steve Blake keeping our bench.
Savage Stevie, the white assassin. Yep.
Yep, white assassin.
White
right
boys. With a Z.
They're
With a Z.
consistent. That's what's needed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly what we need. No more Mo. I mean,
there. Yeah, the whole dribble down the shot clock and then
Ugh.
throw up a long three.
ugh,
Yeah,
Not
not
efficient.
a fan.
yeah, but LaMarcus, Damian's really stepped up, to even a whole new level. LaMarcus is still LaMarcus.
Yep.
We just need to get a little bit healthy, and I think that we'll hit our stride, and hopefully
Continue the
we can
stride,
keep
exactly.
it going.
We're on Chuck's side.
Yeah,
Barkley.
if you want,
We got him on our
True.
side now. So
Yeah,
if Chuck likes
help.
us,
Charles.
I mean, why not? Why can't we succeed, right?
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, Charles said Blazers. He would have picked us to come out of the West,
The Western Conference Finals, yeah.
which is pretty impressive. I think
he
us
pick-
in the
wait, did
Bulls.
he
very bold to say.
Did he
Yes.
pick us to go to the Western Conference Finals, or did he pick us to make it to the finals?
I think
Make it to the
yeah, to the
finals.
finals.
Really?
Yeah. Which
he had
after
us out of the
seeing
West?
seeing the Warriors and you have the Spurs and the Thunder in the back end, 7 and 8 seed, anything can happen.
That's what I was thinking. Like, did any of us really think, like, going into the season that, we always have the Blazer seasons where, we're the 7th seed, 8th seed, and we're like, oh, go Blazers playoffs. But it seems like this year there's, like, something where it's like, no, like, it's legit. Like, we can legitimately say, I can see this. Like, I could see it happening.
Yeah, exactly.
It's kind of weird.
It's so competitive in the West that
It's so
they're
competitive.
honestly almost any playoff. I think every playoff team could definitely make it to the finals at this point.
They could.
Yeah.
Spurs and the Thunder on the back end; those are two of the best teams in the conference. I don't know,
Especially when they're healthy. And
exactly. Kawhi Leonard's been out for the Spurs. Obviously, Durant and Westbrook have been out for quite a while for the Thunder. So
And with Pop resting, Duncan
exactly.
and Ginobili and
exactly,
Tony
they'll be
Parker,
fresh for the
so.
playoffs. Pop knows what he's doing. So it's a scary good Western Conference this year, even better than last year. So it's almost impossible to predict who's going to come out. But at the current moment, Blazers are looking good. So can't complain.
Any last thoughts, Kyle?
We signed O'Shea to another 3-year
contract
extension. So
good point.
I mean, we have to pay LaMarcus in the summer. We need to keep him.
We need to keep LaMarcus. Obviously,
this continuity is very key to sustaining this.
The money's going to be split, balanced between the Damian, LaMarcus, and
Wes.
Wesley's contract is up this summer.
I believe so.
I hope so.
It's gonna be. Yeah,
he's gonna be demanding. He deserves it. So
I know that obviously LaMarcus is up this summer. Not quite positive on the other ones, but it's gonna be really interesting to see, how we're gonna split up that money, because I don't think there's any possible way that we can keep, everyone at a. I don't know. I mean, we have Wes, who's gonna get a huge payday. Wes has been playing like a borderline all-star this whole year.
Exactly.
We got LaMarcus, who's, all-star. Damian, all-star, and both of them are also MVP candidates for, in my opinion.
If there wasn't a guy named Kobe playing for the Lakers this year, that Wes would probably be an all-star.
Yeah. Yep.
That's just that. You guys think Kobe's gonna get that start? I mean, do you think he may even opt out?
I don't know.
He is still popular. What do you guys think about Jeremy Lin, though?
That's ridiculous. I mean, I don't know. Something needs to change with the whole voting system, because you can't have a below-average bench player.
It's ridiculous.
Does he start now? I don't know. The Lakers are so bad that it's.
They go with Ronnie Price for the start, right?
I'm pretty sure
Price this year has been, pretty good for them. Throwback to the Blazer year 2 years ago.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
yeah, the Lakers are so bad this year that, on a completely different topic, that it's hard to remember, who's starting, what they're doing there. I don't know.
Especially with all their roster changes and
exactly,
trying to create cap room for next summer.
Yeah, exactly. Clear all this cap room for
LeBron, Durant or LeBron or Marcus
Gasol. Do you guys think all the rumors and the buzz about Durant potentially, going to his hometown in Washington, you think that could be true?
That would be sick.
That would shake up that.
Yeah. That would be probably a perfect fit, because he has Wall at the point, and you got Gortat.
You got Beal.
Beal on the wing. Yeah.
I also heard Toronto for Durant too, possibly, which, who knows. I bet if he goes somewhere, it's probably going to be his hometown, Washington. But, if he was even with Toronto or Washington, that is a scary good team, no matter where you put. Obviously, you could put them on one of the worst teams in the league, and they'd become
relevant,
better, But, that would be scary. So that will be interesting to see. Obviously, I don't think if the Thunder make it very far in the playoffs.
Something about the Thunder this year tells me a second-round outage, third-round outage.
Yeah, I mean... that's what I'm.
I would almost be bold enough to say first, because of their bench.
Yeah, it's possible. I mean, they don't.
We got a bold statement alert here.
Yeah, they don't have a very good bench at all.
Always bold like Doritos, huh?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. But no, I could legitimately see that. If we want to, sum it up and do a little quick recap of the East. The top four in the East, they were just talking about it on TNT last night. Man, they're looking good.
Yeah, they are.
Hawks are number 1 in the East. Did anyone see that?
Yeah.
No?
Yeah, exactly. Hawks came into the Moda Center about a week or two ago. Yeah, about a week ago. Rap alert number 2.
Rap alert.
Yeah, there we go.
Free Bobby Shmurda, that is all.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but... Yeah, anyways.
He can come on the show.
Hawks, true, he can come on the show. Hawks are looking really good. I mean, they pretty much dominated Blazers almost the whole game, as much as I didn't want to see that. Jeff Teague is playing like an all-star.
Jeff Teague deserves to be an all-star at this point.
I agree. And, they have that Spurs-like ball movement from last year. It's fun to watch. Mike Budenholzer, right?
Yeah,
Budenholzer, that's his name.
Former assistant from the Spurs.
Yeah, he's been great. So Hawks are playing well. Raptors.
It also helps to have the best 3-point shooter in the NBA, shooting 50%.
No, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
You know it's going in before the shot goes up. So,
what do you think of the Raptors though this year too? They just took their fall from number 1 a couple 4 days ago, something like that.
I'm not completely sold on the Raptors. I don't know yet. I mean, I think that
you're not buying the we are the North jersey?
No, I mean, I don't know. They're a good team, but I don't know if they're a top 2 team in the East. I mean, I know that that's not saying that much because the East is pretty trash, especially compared to the West. But I don't know. I'm just not sold on it yet. We'll see. What about you guys? What do you think?
I do like the Raptors. I think their big problem only would be Valanciunas. If he can defend,
big science.
Yeah, the big science. If he can defend and defend Noah, Gortat, Mozgov now on the Cavs. If he can offer some rim protection for that team, then I think they could. They could go far because they certainly have the wing scoring with DeRozan and. Terrence Ross.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
So we got a live tweet coming into the show that says major similarities between Blazers and Hawks. # second string sports.
I can
see it.
3-point shooting. That'd be the number one thing.
I
both
totally
shoot
agree.
threes like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I'd go out and saying I would rely on the Blazers threes a little bit more than the Hawks though, but
yeah, I mean, I think the Blazers overall have more talent.
Yeah.
But
it's Atlanta.
They both play. They're both playing well right now.
I'm not going to be giving Atlanta much of a advantage home playoff compared to Rip City because Rip City will blow the roof off.
Yeah, the Hawks the other night had a what was it? Tinder night.
Yeah,
that was pretty cool.
Tinder night.
So that should get people to show up. So it's not quite the same atmosphere of Rip City, but there's not many other.
It's a different culture in the dirty ATL.
Yeah, there's not many other NBA teams that have the same culture as Portland, though. So maybe Golden State.
That's very true.
Maybe the Thunder.
That's very true.
That's about it.
Yeah, that's about it.
That's about it.
But still, go Blazers.
Yep.
Yeah, go Blazers.
Thanks for everyone that's been live tweeting. If you got any last minute Blazer thoughts or NBA thoughts, why don't you hit us with the # second string sports or just tweet at us. And before we wrap up the NBA, why don't we do a quick summary on the recent trades that have been broken down in the NBA recently? Biggest one last night, 2 days ago.
Yeah,
shook up the NBA. J.R. Smith.
Oh, there's that one.
J.R. Smith and
Dion Waiters.
Yep, J.R. Smith and Dion swapped.
Dion's going to OKC. J.R. is coming to Cleveland.
J.R. to Cleveland.
That should hopefully. And
then Mr. Flat Top is also in Cleveland.
Yep. Iman
Shumpert. That's
Shump.
That's their best wing defender
and
now,
they got
other than LeBron.
Mozgov in Cleveland as well.
For 2 first-rounders.
And then New York waived everyone that they got in that deal for giving up JR and
just for their own.
They want their cap space.
They need, exactly.
New York, their season is over. So
they needed to change.
They are embracing the tank.
They yelled timber about 3 weeks ago. So
yeah.
Let's just put it this way: if the Knicks were a girl on Tinder, they would get no right swipes.
They would get swipe left all night.
True, I agree there. No love for the Knicks.
No love.
There is no love in these streets for the Knicks. Any other last-minute NBA things we want to discuss that went down? I mean, Cleveland, their performance has been rocky. They're sitting 5th in the East. LeBron has been out for a
week
quick
and a half.
Quick second here. So
yeah, he should be back. A little under a week. And we'll see, but even with LeBron, it's been
a weird year.
They haven't been top.
I mean, honestly, we'll see how it goes. Coming out of All-Star break, they get rejuvenated, they get serious about it. But
maybe with Dion gone, their chemistry is a little easier to fix.
Dion was always adamant that I'm better than Kyrie Irving. I should be,
And JR has been a 6th man of the year before, so
he's a plague. He's a plague.
But he does know his role, though, so he can come off the bench.
You think he's finally gonna man up in Cleveland and maybe being around a vet? Like, I feel like Carmelo's a vet too, but I feel like someone like Carmelo is sort of laid back with JR. Yeah. I feel like LeBron will be like,
if he sees
shut up, sit down.
If he sees LeBron on the wing, that he might
passing.
take a second chance on shooting the ball.
Yeah, I mean, JR is a phenomenal shooter, but.
I liked his quote though before his first game in Cleveland.
What was it?
He said something along the lines of "Win in doubt, shoot." My motto is "Win in doubt, shoot the ball," and I'm pretty sure he went 0 for 5 in his debut. So
yes,
What an idiot.
He's just, I don't know. He's kind of a, there were stories in New York. I don't know if you heard that, but he ordered over $3,000 of room service just to see if they would keep bringing it to him.
Because he was...
Possibly, I don't know. I wasn't with J.R. Smith. But, $3,000 of room
That's
service.
ridiculous. He's just pure immature. I mean,
because it was on the Knicks bill. So have fun in Cleveland.
Fun in Cleveland and deal with LeBron. That's all I can say.
Yeah,
Yep.
I'm sure LeBron will love that.
I'm sure Cleveland will love you as well.
Exactly.
Oh, God. Exactly. That's the wrap up on the NBA talk. We're going to take another quick break here, and then we're going to transition into the end of the show. Last leg. Big weekend. Big weekend for football. We got the NFL playoff week 2 of the NFL playoffs this weekend. National championship on Monday. We're going to get into our thoughts about that. Once again, if you got any thoughts, who's your favorite NFL team? What are you seeing for this weekend, the matchups? Hit us up on Twitter, #SecondStringSports. If you're a Duck fan, you can also hit us up about the Natty.
Probably won't say your opinion.
We'll probably go savage on you, but it is what it is. We like to get savage. From time
we
to
like
time.
to get savage. Second string savage.
Second string savage. I love
New
it.
hashtag for us.
Seriously. I do. Thanks, Grant. Once again, this is Second String Sports 88.7 FM KBVR. Stay tuned.
Hey, you look a little stressed out. Everything okay?
I felt like I spent all my money on books again. I have to pick between books or food.
Pause. Fact. The USDA defines food insecurity as having reduced quality, variety, or desirability of diet to multiple indications of disrupted eating patterns and reduced food intake.
Fact. The percent of college students experiencing food insecurity can reach up to 59% at some Oregon universities.
Fact. The Human Services Resource Center offers bi-weekly food pantries to help subsidize the cost of food for students and community members. If you're interested in learning more, come visit us 9 to 5 Monday through Friday and Snell 233.
See you at the HSRC.
And we're back. Second String Sports, hopping into the last leg of the show here. Episode 1, season 4? 3? 5. I don't know. Winter term. Kicking off the let's just say first episode of 2015. Because,
there you go. Yeah.
And we like to be factual. So let's get into it with the NFL playoffs. We got big games this weekend, 4 games. 2 on Saturday, 2 on Sunday.
Mm-hmm. We got Baltimore, New England, Carolina, Seattle, Dallas, Green Bay, and Indy, Denver.
Let's get the breakdown on this. Let's start on Saturday and just do our thoughts on each game and a little score prediction. Tune in next week to see if we're right. If we are, we're sports legends. If we're wrong, we're still sports legends. Everyone
always sports legends.
Like Miley Cyrus says, or Hannah Montana, everyone makes mistakes. Everybody has those days.
All right.
Nobody's
Jake
perfect.
just quoted Hannah Montana.
That's a low point there.
Set. Yeah, that's
Hannah Montana.
Hannah Montana.
Hannah Montana. Okay. Yeah. Oh, rap siren. Rap siren.
Rap siren.
Migos.
Shout out Migos.
The second Migos. Okay.
All right, we're done. Yeah.
For all our older listeners, I'm sorry. You might not know that reference. NFL playoffs, though.
All right, New England, Baltimore. How about that?
New England, Baltimore. I'm rooting for Baltimore. I like their performance against the Steelers. I know our friend Jeff, if he may be tuning in, might dispute that. And,
My name's Jeff.
No chill. My name's Jeff. Okay. But yes, I do agree that I want the Ravens to win, but I think New England's taking this. I don't see New England losing, their opening playoff game. So
yeah, I'm going New England. I think that they win pretty easily in Foxborough. I don't know. I
think it only happens if Flacco somehow magically steps up his game to all pro level, and
which he seems to do in the playoffs.
Which he can do. I mean, when they won the Super Bowl, that's what he did. 11 touchdowns, no picks that year. He can do it.
Exactly. Yeah, I think New England wins it pretty easy. But should we go to the second game?
Yeah, let's go second game.
Seattle, Carolina. Seattle at home. I don't know. I mean, Carolina's been kind of up and down all year. Seattle they've hit their stride here in the last couple of weeks, and they're playing good ball. So What do you guys think?
All the long-term second-string sports listeners know how I feel about it. Huge Hawks fan. You know, I'm not going to give any credit to Carolina over their playoff win against Arizona because
Lindley at quarterback.
They beat a team with a third-string quarterback that the team dropped and then had to re-sign just for the playoffs. So shout out to the Cardinals. They had a great year. Obviously, just they did.
Unlucky
they had a stellar year. If they would have kept Palmer, man, this playoff discussion would be
even Stanton.
Yeah, or even Stanton.
Stanton probably could have gotten them by Carolina.
This playoff discussion would be completely different. But just going on that, Carolina's a good team. Cam Newton, obviously great quarterback, but I just don't see that offense producing in Seattle in that home field advantage.
Or their defense with Luke Kuechly, he great linebacker, but I don't think, when Marshawn goes up against him, that Kuechly can stop him over the course of 4 quarters.
No, exactly.
Yeah, I agree. I think Seattle wins pretty easily too.
They're going to put it in there. It's going to be nice. Nice win.
Yeah. So, should we go third game of the weekend Sunday morning. Dallas, Green Bay. This is kind of an interesting game.
Looking forward to this one.
Yeah, Green Bay at home. And
I'm going to be honest, I've never been a Cowboys fan. I was rooting for them last weekend just by the fact that they needed to beat the Lions so that the Seahawks could play Carolina instead of the Lions. And I'm not really a Green Bay fan either, but I do love Aaron Rodgers. I think respect the heck out of him. So
that's the big question Sunday though is Aaron Rodgers with that calf tear. How long he can sustain it.
I didn't even think about that.
With Cowboys don't have a premier pass rusher, but
not really. No.
Can he be mobile enough to stay up for 4 quarters?
Yeah. How do you think Romo is going to perform then?
I think Romo could do well, because he, the 3 All-Pro, linemen on the front line, protecting, and, DeMarco running. Yeah. Especially in the cold weather, Lambeau, it's probably going to be very, very frigid up there. The run game will last longer.
It's going to be nippy.
Yeah.
It's going to be nippy. And
I see Green Bay winning, but I think it's going to be a good game.
It's going to be a very good game.
I wouldn't be surprised either way, obviously.
I'm going to be on the couch tuning in. I say Green Bay, too. I'm going Green Bay.
I say Cowboys.
Oh, okay.
Get off my ship.
Help.
Staying on ship.
I want to stay on the ship, though, for a little longer.
I do like it, though. We, big upset pick. Well, not big upset.
It's the playoffs.
It's the playoffs.
There's not really. It's a different pick.
It's
not an upset.
No, you are like 2 Chainz. You are different.
He's different. He's different.
Rap siren. He stays different. Rap siren strikes for like the 3rd time.
This may be the most.
How many times has the rap siren sounded
on this show or in second string history? Probably, this show maybe like 4 times. But if you're a new listener, me and the regular 3rd co-host Logan McGinnis have been known to break into spontaneous Drake renditions. Which has happened. You can look us up on YouTube, Second String Sports, and archive us.
True.
Give us those clicks.
Jay getting that inspiration after seeing him live, a couple months ago.
Exactly.
Yeah, let's go to the 4th game.
Let's go 4th game. End of the Sunday football extravaganza.
Colts Broncos. Now this is an interesting game. Luck versus Manning. It's kind of like that storybook playoff game that you want.
I know we're neutral in this one, but we're radio, so you can't see us. But Kyle just held up his Denver Broncos lanyard. But
been cheering them on for years.
Not a front runner.
No. Okay. No. I was there when the Jake Plummer days. On to Tim Tebow. Now on to Peyton.
Yeah, I got you. I like it. I respect that. That's going to be an interesting game. I don't know. I think Broncos pull it off. I'm really hoping Manning can get another Super Bowl ring this year. So I guess that might be part of it. I'm a big Peyton Manning fan. And
that works.
Just because of that, I like Peyton Manning. Otherwise, I don't really have a I don't know. Luck's been kind of inconsistent in games this year. He started off slow, and I mean, he's a great quarterback.
I don't think they have enough weapons to
exactly
work against,
Exactly.
Denver's defense isn't, Arizona. It's not amazing, but it's, top in the league.
Yeah,
they
exactly.
They have a very solid defense. So
yeah, I agree. I think Broncos take it, but again, gonna be another good game. I could see it going either way, but I'd say I have a strong feeling that the Broncos will win.
I could see a game something like 35-24.
Yeah, I can
Something
see
like
that for sure.
I honestly wouldn't mind seeing Andrew Luck get his taste of success, but I think the Broncos are going to win.
Yeah,
I don't think the Colts can take it.
Got you.
Before we move any further, I know it's a little backtracking, but we did got some live tweets to catch up on. Live tweet back on the Blazer to NBA discussion. Grant Van Dyke says Raptors don't have it unless they start Drake for DeRozan. # Ben Steph Curry with a shot boy. Thank you, Grant.
Rap siren because you said it.
Yep,
that's
a Drake
constitutes
reference.
it's a Drake reference. And then this next one is a little bit on that. Big time listener Jorge says, "Please no Blake renditions." I think he meant Drake.
Yeah, probably Drake, but
I'm not sure who the artist Blake is.
I don't think we have any Steve Blake renditions.
Yeah.
Shouts out Jorge though. Thank you for attempting to say Drake's name.
Yeah, shout out.
Shout out.
We still love you, Jorge.
True.
All right, so wrapping up the NFL playoff discussions. Last weekend was good. I mean, we said we got to see Ndamukong Suh cry. We got to see Tony Romo get his, little shine. Jerry Jones did a little dance, and now it's on to getting deeper into the playoffs. If you have any last-minute playoff thoughts, once again, we're on a broken record here, but # Second String Sports. Hop in the NFL debate, probably the biggest debate coming up next. But after this break, we're going to end out the show with some quick national championship talk. UO versus OSU, as we like to call the Beavers,
Go Beavs.
Go Beavs, right?
Even though it's not the Beavs. Still go Beavs.
Still
go Beavs is acceptable in any situation.
If you're walking to
Go Bucks this week?
Yes.
I'd still go Beavs.
Okay.
If you
either way.
Either way.
They're kind of
it's just a universal saying.
Yeah, exactly. They're kind of a synonym for each other.
You walk into
now.
Taco Bell and you think it's going to close, but they're open for 2 minutes and they, no, we'll serve you a crunch wrap.
Beavs.
Go Beavs.
Go Beavs. Never a bad time.
You get an A on a paper? Go Beavs.
Go Beavs.
You get followed on Twitter by that hot girl you've been stalking for 3 years? Yeah, go Beavs.
Go Beavs. That's probably the best situation to use it in.
She swipes right too? Go Beavs.
Go Beavs.
Go Beavs.
Yeah. As you can see, go Beavs to everything. Second String Sports,
Go Beavs
go
is
Beavs.
a lifestyle.
It is my life.
Okay, wrap
And
it. All right.
Go Beavs
Okay.
is life.
Young Thug snuck his way into Second String Sports.
Wow.
That is
It is incredible.
That's a rare sneak. Yeah, congrats.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to take...
Anybody who knows Young Thug.
If a Second String Sports listener knows Young Thug, I
Please
would be
tweet.
slightly surprised, but tweet us # Young Thug Second String Sports.
We'd like to know.
We would like to know. We're going to take our last break of the show, and we're going to end it out with some Oregon versus Ohio State national championship discussion. Once again, this has been the first episode of Winter Term 2015 Second String Sports every Fridays, 3 to 4 p.m. Jake, Grant, and Logan. Logan's gone today. We got Kyle Rinker here as a substitute as he sips from Nike water bottle. Stay hydrated.
Stay hydrated.
It's very important.
It's important.
Stay thirsty.
When you
stay thirsty.
When you need to stay smooth. Stay hydrated.
Yeah, that is his catchphrase. We'll be back right after this quick break, ending out the discussion with the national championship. Stay tuned.
Go
#
Beavs.
Second SS. Go Beavs.
Share your truth, empower yourself, and encourage others to do the same. Be heard. My Truth OSU is a Tumblr page that was started by the Community Organization and Collective Action graduate class here at Oregon State University. The purpose is to give a safe, anonymous space for Oregon State University students, staff, faculty, and administration to share their stories of discrimination or notable kindness. The goal is to bring these truths into awareness and to show that oppression is a widespread occurrence that needs to be taken seriously. To share your truths, go to mytruthosu.tumblr.com.
And we're back in this thing. THANG. You like that?
All right, I like it.
I like it. Second string sports. We're gonna end out the show with arguably the biggest football game of the next few days here, the national championship game. You know, it's the first go around of the college football playoff system here. We saw Oregon, to put it nicely,
whooping,
complete and utter
annihilation,
whooping. Swiped left, threw out in the trash can, belittled, destroyed Florida State in the Rose Bowl, 59-20. And we saw an amazing game between Ohio State upsetting Alabama. It was a great game.
Upset.
Yeah,
very big upset. Me and Kyle were posted in B-dubs, munching on some mozzarella sticks, watching it go down. Right, Kyle?
Very good times.
good times. But yes, as you can see, Ohio State, Oregon advance, and we got the national championship in Dallas, Texas, Monday night at 5:30 p.m.
I'm excited.
It's going to be a good one.
It is going to be a good one. I don't know. I mean, it's part of this game, it feels like fate for Cardell Jones. I mean, he comes in, third string, wins the Big Ten championship, and then he wins the first ever college football playoff game. I mean, why not just win a natty too?
I'm with it.
I don't know. I mean, that's just how I'm feeling. It just feels like destiny. But I don't know. I mean, obviously Oregon is a heck of a team.
They definitely ran all over Alabama.
They did.
I think it was
shocked.
The first time Alabama had allowed over 100-yard rusher
in what we saw that stat since 2004.
Yeah,
something insane.
10 years or something.
It's been 10 years of insanely solid defense. And
so we know they can.
Ohio State shocked the world.
They can run the ball, and then they also have Devin Smith, who ranks first in receptions, yards, and touchdowns, at least 20 yards downfield.
Wow!
So they have the best deep threat, with Oregon missing Efo.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I mean,
they definitely have some.
I mean, to win
weapons.
Yeah, to win this game, their running game's got to be definitely on. I think. At least in the Florida State game, I felt like Oregon struggled to stop the run quite a bit, to be honest. There were a lot of pretty long runs.
Quitty. They quit.
They
did quit in the second half.
Yeah, so they did quit. I think Ohio State could do the same type thing. I think if it gets into some sort of a throwing, more of a passing game, that Oregon may have the advantage then. Yeah. But I don't know. What do you guys think?
If Ohio State can run the ball and show that they can, be more physical up front on the line, then I think, Ohio State can easily win.
I agree. I think it's kind of a coin flip game, to be honest.
It's whoever's more physical on the line, I think. Because, Oregon did show that against Florida State a little bit. That they can hang with bigger lineups. Like Stanford, Florida State. Now obviously they have the biggest test now with Ohio State. But
they were tested against their Oregon's one and only loss this season. I would say wasn't really fully representative of their capabilities because honestly Arizona caught them off guard that game.
Oh yes,
that shocked the nation. And then
Oregon was sleeping that weekend.
They were asleep though. And then we all saw what they did to Arizona. The championship game, second go around. So
what they can't do is have some sort of a start like they did versus Utah earlier in the year, where they should have been down 14-0, but instead just got lucky and got 7-7. So partially luck, but It was smart.
Exactly.
It was smart of them to pick that ball up too. I'm sure you all know what we're talking about. So
poor Kalen Clay can't hold on to the ball for another second.
I award you no points.
Yeah,
and may God have mercy on you.
And that soundbite has never been more fitting.
Yeah. But regardless of what happens in the game, shout out to Ohio State for not giving up with
making it
third string quarterback. That's impressive. I don't know. This guy's pretty. I'm glad he's getting his chance because I don't think a lot of third string get a chance to do so much in only 3 games.
Exactly.
So
in the biggest stage possible.
Yep. Keep doing your thing,
Don't act
Cordell.
like you're not impressed.
Oh, I'm impressed. I'm acting like it.
Sorry, Will Ferrell, but
I'm acting like it, Will, because I am.
And I know he does. Kyle over here is an Oregon aficionado, so I know if we go our pick around, I'm sure he's going for Oregon. But we want final score predictions, maybe final thoughts on the game.
Well, like I said, I think it's going to be a kind of a coin flip game, to be honest.
Do you think it's going to high scoring, mid scoring? Is Oregon going to torch it like they did against Florida State?
They're not going to torch it.
Would you see
they're not going to torch it,
maybe even under the 30s?
I think it's probably a game in the 30s.
I think if Oregon wins, they keep Ohio State out of the 30s. They keep them lower.
But Oregon be up in the higher 38.
Oregon can score 30 on anybody. If they're playing their game, they can score 30 on Alabama. They can score 30 on Ohio State. Yeah. If they're at full power, full strength with Tyner, with Charles Nelson.
Yeah, Tyner is another thing we forgot to mention. I was honestly impressed with his performance against Florida State.
Yeah, I was too.
He's had his moments this year, but he hasn't been.
Yeah, when he's healthy, he's a legit running back.
Exactly. Final predictions. I'm gonna have to agree. I'm gonna, I want Ohio State to win, so I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with a little bit surprise pick. Ohio State. I see it completely physical. Again, Oregon. I think it's gonna be an even game on both ends. But I honestly see Ohio State coming out, like you said, it's like the first full circle, shocking the nation. Coming off that Alabama win. I'm gonna go, 34-31, something extremely.
Literally exactly what I was gonna say.
Wow.
But points for us.
Touch my drums, I will stab you in the neck with a knife.
I honestly just saw Step Brothers, and I was thinking brother, we think the same, but I did not fully think that soundbite through. I won't stab you in the neck.
Second string sports getting cutthroat here.
Yeah,
literally.
I mean, for the record, I was gonna say 34-31 Ohio State, but
that's exactly what I'm going with.
I got
field goal game. Ohio State upset it.
Because I don't want to have the same one, so I'll maybe go.
You just tweak it.
I'll go 41.
Ooh, 41.
34 Ohio State. 41-34.
That's a bold prediction right there. That's 40 points on
bold
Ohio
like
State.
Doritos, right?
Bold like Doritos. And I'm thinking 38-31.
Okay.
It just cannot be a field goal game, as everybody can see. Oregon's kickers are not,
That's
up
true.
to snuff.
Yeah,
and they can't.
Who says up to snuff?
That's what she said.
Ooh, wow. That's the first time we brought that one out today.
That's an interesting choice, but yeah, as long as Oregon's not kicking field goals, if they're scoring touchdowns and they control the line of scrimmage, they win the game.
Final prediction, Kyle?
38-31.
All right.
Oregon.
And we do got one other live tweet coming in from Jorge once again saying, Oregon OSU, this game will be decided by coaching. It's very true.
Ooh, advantage Ohio State then.
Advantage Ohio State with the coaching edge. But yeah,
Urban Meyer's one of the best coaches in the country. So.
Yeah, these two coaches are going to clash. We'll see. We'll see what the outcome is.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yep.
Go Beavs.
Go Beavs.
Go Bucks.
Go Bucks. Go Zers.
Yeah.
Go GA, Gary Andersen.
Yeah, go
exactly.
WT. Wayne Tinkle.
WT.
W.
All right, well, wrapping up Second String Sports here. It's been a good first episode of 2015. Recap on all the things we did. We talked about NBA, Beavs basketball, Gary Andersen, NFL playoffs, Natty. So make sure to check out those things this weekend. Oregon State versus Zona Sunday at home. Watch the Natty. Watch some NFL playoffs.
And don't forget our new time next week.
Yes, exactly.
3 to 4 Fridays.
Pass it on if you know anyone that likes sports, likes to just tune in and hear some local opinions on the Beavs, NFL, NBA. Every Friday, 3 to 4 p.m. Jake, Logan, and Grant. Logan wasn't here today, but he'll be back next week. Another big thank you to Kyle Rinker.
Hey, thanks for having me on, guys.
Yeah, thank you.
Dad, what's the point of this story?
I like stories.
I was thinking that was going to be we like Kyle's stories.
I don't think we have enough time for story
Jake
time here.
Is off his soundboard game today.
Hopefully he will be back next week with some better soundboard.
Yeah, we're gonna need a soundboard improvement. Yeah,
I'll go through the training, but thanks for the appearance, Kyle. Once again, Second String Sports, new time for all you new listeners or old listeners who want to still listen to us every Friday. 3 to 4 p.m. on KBVR 88.7 FM. Once again, if you want to catch us in between shows, you know, we usually live tweet every sporting event pretty much that we're watching. Hashtag Second String Sports or our show Twitter at Second String KBVR. Shout out the personal Twitters at JMcGrady7. You can find all my tweets there.
At Gran Ocampo.
No chill.
Tweets are there.
We tend to be sports savage with it.
True, savage.
Have a good weekend. You know, first week at Oregon State in the books, week 1. Put a check on that. Successful.
Stay smooth.
Stay smooth, as Kyle apparently likes to forever say on radio now.
I got my catchphrase. So
yeah, you got your catchphrase.
Hopefully, if I ever come back, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Feel free.
You know, playoff time.
Always smooth.
Always talking NBA. So
smooth. Yep. Do your homework if you have it. Watch some sports. Once again, Second String Sports, Fridays 3 to 4 p.m. Thanks for listening. Have a great weekend. Peace.